How you doing? I haven't talked to you in forever.
Alright. G'day, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard. Welcome back to, well, surprise, surprise, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Do we actually stream anything different to this nowadays? Honestly, I don't think, I don't know. But, it's glad to be back. We're back in the Just Flight BAE 146. We were going to actually do a FIFO run up to Paraburdu this evening, but then I was like, I feel like there's something on this weekend, and sure enough, turns out there is something on, something slightly large, you know, that occurs on a yearly basis here, and that is the Bathurst 1000. So I was like, oh, you know, is anybody really going to notice if we change the flight plan? I mean, they probably are, but sorry about that. So anyway, g'day, welcome. Nice to see all your smiling faces, even though I can't actually see all your smiling faces because there's YouTube and internet and computer. Anyway, you know, not important. Right. God, that was an interesting way of constructing a sentence. Just it turns out I've got to add a small cough in between every single word I say for the rest of the stream now. That's it's just a decision that my body just decided was going to occur. So I apologise in advance. You know. Good to see I'm already not following the rules. Right, so let's jump up in, well, I say jump up, jump over to the left. It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips, bring your knees in tight, and then it's the pelvic thrust that really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's not do anything like that again, shall we? Right. Chat, that requires left screen. Cool. Bubba says, do we have a flight plan or is it every man for themselves? You know, Bubba, I was actually posting the flight plan when I saw that message. And I was like, do I just not post a flight plan and just cause complete and utter chaos at the last moment as I'm setting up the aircraft and be like, oh, by the way, everyone, flight plan's on your own. But nah, I figured I'll be nice, at least this time around. Welcome, by the way, Bubba. Hope you're doing really awesome. William says, will I be able to keep up in the Cessna 152? Sure, if you strap a few turbochargers to it. Maybe a nitrous oxide bottle. You might have some hope. You better strap the wings down, though, because, you know, otherwise you're probably going to tear them off. I understand 152 is greater than 146. You'll have to contact Cessna about that and their false advertising that they're clearly employing on their aircraft. Sean says, thank you for the flight plan. That's not a problem at all. Wes says there's one in Discord, even though Sean's already grabbed it, which is cool. Bubba did his own flight. Oh yes, because he's the private jet pilot for the supercar driver. One of the supercar drivers this evening. We're not allowed to know who. Supposedly it's top secret shit or something. I don't know. But yeah, of course that driver would have very likely been. I want you to fly me over this thing. That's probably my absolute worst version of trying to be a V8 supercar driver. Mainly because I sounded like the Queen, and I feel like that's a little, you know. Doesn't really quite work, you know? Yeah. Anyway, we'll just move on from that. Didn't one supercar driver go to IndyCar and doing well? Probably, because one went to NASCAR and did some stuff as well. I don't know if they actually did well, but I know that they did some stuff, like drive a vehicle around a circuit in left-hand direction, like most NASCAR drivers do. KC Plane Spotting says, hello, g'day KC, mate, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing really, really good. Sean's boogieing to the tunes, fair enough, mate, understood. Xenon is the mathematician, oh no, hang on, sorry, he's saying that William's the mathematician, fair enough. Somebody in the chat's a mathematician, and that's all that matters, because that's really important when streaming the BAE 146, you must have mathematicians in the chat. It's... why? I have no idea. It's a thing. It's a rule. It's just what you have to do. Right. Don't know what I was reading then, but basically mouth was ready to go, but brain was not responding. We had to end a couple of the processes in Task Manager. Fozzie says, g'day, all. G'day. Fozzie? how you going? Welcome to the stream. I don't know why that was such a weird hello, but it's what you're going to get. So, yeah. Yeah, sure. Wes, take the DC-6 for a lap around Mount Panorama. I'd like to see that, actually. I was going to try and make some sort of smart-ass comment, but no. I'd legitimately like to see that. Understood, Bubba. Can't tell you who, but the wife is drool. Guys, can we get a clean up on aisle 5? I need a mop over at Bubba's private jet. There's been a little bit of a spillage in the cockpit. You know, quick, simple cleanup. Just if we can get that sorted, that would be great. Sean says, my plane doesn't like the flight plan. Can't get rid of a discontinuity after 999. It won't remove. I'm not sure, Sean, but what I can do for you, mate, is I can actually put waypoints from little nav map into the chat, and if you just copy those, you should be able to get rid of any flight plan discontinuities, because even though I posted a flight plan, that's just the flight plan's waypoints that I'm going to enter from little nav map into my FMC. I'm not actually utilizing the flight sim flight plan as such. It's one that I put together in the sim, put it in little nav map, I removed any of the errors, and then I use that just because obviously it's a pain in you know where to try and get the FMC to read the Microsoft Flight Simulator flight plan. In fact, I don't even think you can by default. You have to enter it no matter what. Right now, a BAE 146 is giving birth to an A330, which you know, doesn't quite make sense, but you know, we've all seen how small some of Shaquille O'Neal's partners were, and you always have to wonder how that one worked out. Anyway, new topic. I guess I should probably start working my way through my 146 checklist, and that actually brings me to another question as we are going to just head into the cockpit here, and that is okay, we just had some nice stuttering. Sorry, that question is, would you guys rather on these 146 streams that I A, have the aircraft in complete cold and dark and you get to watch me for the first however long it takes start up the aircraft, B, have the aircraft completely ready to go except for just engine start, then we do that and then we go, or have everything ready to go, including engines, and just be ready to back it up? Let me know. And unfortunately, there's no D option because all of the above doesn't work, unfortunately. I wish it did. Right, so, aircraft. I want the forward passenger door and stairs open, guys, absolutely. That's for all the people that we're currently going to be smuggling in boxes up to Bathurst. I mean, I feel like if you're a person who's going up to Bathurst, you probably should have got on board with Bubba, but if we're putting you in the cargo hold, I guess we're putting you in the cargo hold. Can't promise it'll be comfy, but, you know. Can I have my side cargo door, please? Can I have my side cargo? No, I can't. I just can't have that door at all. Somebody's put glue on that door. Can we get somebody to clean up the glue, please? Right, so that's all that. We'll just make sure that we do, in fact, have that as a thing. Good. Absolutely none of it... Oh, no, I was going to say absolutely none of it's been animated. But no, it has. It has. There we go. The cargo doors are open. I guess the other thing we should probably do is... we should open the forward door and the stairs, because otherwise how the pilot's going to get on board? They're not, even though the pilot's already on board. That was through the use of a portal. This is, we have to make things seem at least semi-realistic, no? Right, so all of that is done, and then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go up to Control 7 and do the various things that you have to do. I know that's a very descriptive way of putting it, but I'm not bullshitting you. We are going to do the various things you have to do to start the thing. It's just not a very technical way of saying it. So first things first, I want to arm my flight deck emergency lights, and I would like to turn on the fasten seatbelt sign for all the various types of cargo that will be going on board this afternoon, evening, whatever the flight time we've got. I think it's 5-ish p.m. Probably not, Wes. Probably not. So, well, I guess they're about to find out, aren't they? Alright, so. Right, I need to put on the. Oh, yep, sorry. I need to first stop it from stuttering, and then I need to make sure that I've actually got ground power connected before I try and turn on the electrical supply to the aircraft from the ground power. It's not it's not going to be very successful otherwise. I mean, I've never personally tried to start an AP. Whoa, that's some zoom and a half. I've got a really good look then at the start power button, that's for sure. Right, there we go. That's better. Now we have external power on. Right, so then I want to be throwing on my fuel pumps. Like so. Yep. And I'm so glad I got to the microphone there. Right, so that's all that stuff done. I want to throw battery 1 and 2 on. I want to be going up ever so slightly further to our there we go. That's slightly better. That's what I want. So I want to be throwing on rather. All the various hydraulic related things. No, hang on. Sorry, that was that's meant to go that way. That's meant to go that way, and that's meant to go that way. Beautiful. Pressure has come up. Awesome. Alright, then I want the lift spoilers. I want the anti-skid on. I want the brake fans on. I want the 2 yaw damper masters, the autopilot master, and both avionics switches on as well. Yes, Bubba, it probably will, because this is the 3rd time I've flown this aircraft ever. The last time I did the startup, it took about 45 minutes or so. This one should be a little bit quicker, but I can still reckon it's going to be, yes, it's going to be a Shane-style startup, especially if I continue to procrastinate and interact with the chat as opposed to starting the aircraft. Right, that's that. So lights are obviously preferential, but we will turn all the various lights on that we need. Cabin emergency arm, no smoking on, beacon on, strobe on. We want on high for the moment, like so. That's all on. Ice protection. Where is my ice protection? I'm going to obviously stay away from train stations, and that protects you pretty well from ice anyway, but that's that. Yes, all that's on, so then I can do the APU start. Very good, very good. Then the APU generator can go on. And then the APU air and the air conditioning can go on. That's that. Beautiful. Yep, cool. So then we just got to wait for the APU to come on, is what I'm trying to say. Just waiting for the green light, basically. Yes, exactly, Bubba. 25% more fuel required for the on-ground weight. I mean, William, yeah. if you don't want to watch the whole startup procedure, maybe give us like 20 minutes or so, and you should, 25 minutes from where we are now, and you should, yeah. Great question, Sean. Awesome question. No idea. Just know that, oh, hang on. Wrong ice protections were turned on. It's all good, it's all good. Understood. We're all good, guys. We're all good. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, actually, I probably do need engine anti-ice today flying out here. You want to watch startup? No, it's all good, William. I would not have held it against you. Because after you've seen startup a few times, it's a bit like, yep, right, cool, understood. Know how to start this aircraft now, even though I don't fly it. What's next kind of thing. I get it. It can sometimes be a little bit like that. Right, so we have a green light there. I know that means we can technically disconnect from external power. I won't yet, just because, you know, I don't feel like it. Is that a good enough reason for a pilot? They don't want to do it because they don't feel like it? I feel like that might result in issues. Right, so Control 5. Whoa, that was blurry. Very blurry. Right, I need to turn on my VHFs, rather. Not VFHs. That is not what they are. Right, page. Turns a page. Right, so we want to check our POS init. Just make sure that our POS is inited. Basically, we want to have complete and set POS at the same, and they are, which is great. Beautiful. That just means that the IRS is aligned. Then I want to go to flight plan. So, first up, our origin is at, where is it? Yankee Mike Echo November. Pop that one in there. Our destination is Yankee Bravo Tango and Hotel. I'll take you to the hotel, motel. Yeah. What I won't do is that again. Sean, do you still potentially need waypoints to solve discontinuity in the flight plan? I know you yelled at me about it, but didn't technically answer the question. Otherwise, you can just copy what I'm about to put in. That's another option, I guess. Alright, so our first waypoint, and the one that we're going to be putting into, is November, Oscar, November, India, X-ray. Rightio, not a problem. Sean, not a problem at all. We'll throw that in 2. Very good. Let me... Yep, via direct. Cool. Yes, next. Yep. There we go. So the next waypoint is Kilo, Alpha, Charlie, Echo, and Yank. No, Charlie didn't work in there. Hang on, let's... I gotta remember that this is an old FMC. I can't just go and smash it all in the way that I want to. Like I can in modern day aircraft, type at 400 million miles an hour and it's all recognised. So we'll throw that in. So we're going direct to Casey. Hold on. Where's my mouse cursor gone? There we go. Right, cool. So that is our only... Yeah, that's our only 2 waypoints, because the rest of the waypoints that we have are actually related to the departure from Melbourne and the arrival in at Bathurst. Me too, Sean, me too. So, we'll hit execute on that. But again, as I've said before, don't worry, nobody dies when I hit execute. It's not that sort of execution. Right, so I need to hit departure arrivals, and then I need to select my departure from Essendon here, and as you can see, I have one choice, and that is Echo November 8. So, I'm going to pick Echo November 8. Who would have thought, rather? Right, so... Yep. That should... Do I need to pick a runway here? Or does Echo November 8 stand for runway 08? I'm assuming it stands for runway 08. That would be the common sense thing. However, runway 17 is technically the active. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Beautiful. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, so it pops up like that. Awesome. Let's hit execute. And then, yep, so, right, we have currently got a discontinuity, but that's okay. We can clear and delete. Or not. It doesn't seem to want to allow us to clear said discontinuity, so we'll add our arrival details and then go from there. Yeah, it's not a great problem to have, Sean. So it's actually not being caused by anything within the flight plan itself. Take out vect and it will fix itself. It will fix itself. Okay, right, cool. Alright, cool. Ah, beautiful. Okay, awesome. Okay. Cheers, Wes. Appreciate that, mate. And then, so for YBTH, do I need to... so I need to execute that. Then I need to go back to departure arrivals index. I need to set my arrival. Now I know usually that you would set your arrival at a latter point as you get closer to the airport, but I am confident that based on the weather that I've currently got, which seeing as I just did the flight plan, that will be all good. So I'm going to go with the RNAV for runway 35, as that is currently the active runway at Bathurst. And I need to transfer via... we've got... Is that our only 3 options for transfers? Okay, cool. Right. Let's just go with one of them. Sure, that works. I'm saying it like that because none of them actually match up with what I've got in the little nav map. So that's why I was just a little bit like, what the? But we'll go with that. Right, so back to legs. Yeah, we do have another discontinuity. It's continuous discontinuities. Beautiful. Let's check the next page. Beautiful. That is perfecto. Then we'll execute that. A lot of executing going on here in this BAE 146. Okay. So that's that, and then I need to go to Control 6, turn all my fuel switches on, like so. Excuse me, doggo, that's a door that you're trying to run through. Anyway, right, I need to do that, check that button. I also need to put on... Oh, that zooms in. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to... There we go, on TARA for the TCAS. I want to do that for my 2 ADFs. And then I also want to be turning on the brake box as well. Hopefully it's not the box that breaks. That would be slightly awkward. Right, all that is done. Then I need to set the barometer. And then I need to be... No. 2 seconds.
Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there pretending to cry. You on repeat, you can see.
Alright, back at it. 6, 7... No. They don't have a shortcut for the autopilot stack. Right, fair enough. So I want to turn my flight director bars on. No, that's on that I want them on. Thank you. I want to turn that to on. I want to turn that on. And I also want to put that little yellow switch up to RNAV. Just make sure we've done what we need to do. Then we just need to... Yeah, just need to program the autopilot. So the only thing I need to program on this simple autopilot is just that we want to fly at 28,000 feet. Yes, hello, Star. Those are my feet. They are not your snack. They are required for the purpose of walking. Okay, right. We've just started moving about the cabin, which was interesting. Oh, God. I want to go up. Thank you. That is so much quicker than using the bloody rolly thing on the mouse. I hate my voice. It is so croak. Right, so I believe, judging by my checklist, that we are all good. We can disconnect ground power. We can do all that stuff. So forward cargo closing, stairs in, forward door in, ground power off, chocks off. Come on, stairs and forward door. We can't do anything until you're closed. Ah, TTK. That's funny. Remember to do CG and config. Yes, how do I do that again? We've got 31.2% CG percentage. And then I did hit config check already. If that's what you're asking about, I'll hit it again just to make sure that we're good. Right, so then I just need to head back up to, no, that's not up. That one, that's where I need to. Yeah, already done that one, Wes. All good. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. All right, so let's get ourselves ready for engine start here. So, engine 4, we want the start master on. We want the flight start. We want continuous ignition A and B. And we also want engine start. Yep, I've already clicked CG and then hit config check twice now, so we should be all good, I hope. Hopefully it hasn't cancelled itself out or something. That would be slightly awkward. Sorry I haven't been paying a super large amount of attention to the chat. I obviously do not want us to be sitting here beyond an hour. So I am trying to make sure that we get out and away by about the 45-minute mark, which means that I will have taken the start process time down by about 10 minutes or so. So if only I can just keep doing that, would be good. Right, I should also, I was going to say I should also be watching the numbers, but no, the lights go out once the engine is started. So there we go, we've gone to engine 3. Let's hit start. I like it how the lights flicker during engine start. I find that incredibly awesome, realistic. Gives you that real sense of, oh shit, you know, this is a decent, it's a study level aircraft. Who the fuck am I kidding? It is a study level aircraft and it's great once you know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, it's daunting as anything when you first begin, that is for sure. So I am going to run engine anti-ice. I'm going to run wing and tail anti-ice as well for two reasons. A, in Melbourne it is low cloud and raining, and B, in Bathurst it is low cloud and raining. So safety, you know. There we go. Start on engine 2. Sean says start on the runway. No, thank you. I'm more than happy to start the aircraft, as I said, before streams, or get it to this point where I just have to turn the engines on before streams. If people don't want to watch 45 minutes of aircraft startup every time we fly the 146, I have no problems in doing that whatsoever. But you guys just let me know. I know some of you find it incredibly interesting to watch these study level aircraft be started step by step, and I know some of you find this exhausting, long, and a bit, I could take it or leave it kind of thing. And number 1, let's go with the engine start. Right, so after that's all done, I need to turn off those switches, and then I just need to make sure that I have... Yep, cool. Not a problem at all. So, just because this aircraft doesn't seem to climb so well for myself with autopilot on, as we've seen, I may actually hand fly us, you know, sort of up above 20,000 feet, just because it's, yeah, better than taking 450 years to get up to the altitude. Sorry about that. If anyone's wearing headphones, they probably can't hear what I'm saying anymore now anyway. Start. Please stop. Turn that off, and then I can turn the... No, I don't need to turn off the... because that's already off, because I unplugged the ground power on the tablet. Right, cool, of course. So I want to turn generator 1 on, I want to turn generator 4 on, I want to turn the galley generators on, gen set, whatever you want to refer to it as. Then I want engine air 1, 2, 3, 4 on, and then I want my pack 1 and 2 on, and I want to turn the page. Right, so this is where we turn on all our various ice protections. That should all sort itself out in a moment, I hope. Don't know why it's telling me it's got low pressure. Is there something that I need to do to solve that? Yeah, why are they is it just because we're at idle engine power, or does anyone know with the ice protection on the BAE why we might have low pressure? Am I missing something? Or should I just go without it? You know? Just run the gauntlet. Take the risk on the cargo. Okay, you're supposed to have it on above a certain altitude. Rightio, that makes sense. So we'll take off all our various anti-ice things, and we will set them if we experience ice. I feel like that's a better option. Door not shut. What door is not shut? The passenger door is not shut, even though we did shut it. Good. Well, that's useful. Very useful. It's not useful. All right, cool. That's that. So I want to then. This is a terrible view to be doing this from, but. Yep, I'm just got to make sure that we tell the non-existent cabin crew to make sure that they take their seats for takeoff. Right, why don't I have a just normal, everyday camera position mapped? Doesn't make much sense. Alright, cool. So, flaps. That's the other thing I needed to do. I knew there was one more thing. Flaps, please. Flaps, please. I'll take some flaps, please. Some flaps would be... Can I have some flaps? Flaps. No? Okay, I can have some flaps by hitting F7. Not a problem. I'll take it however I can at this point. Right, so let us remove the parking brake and let's go backwards. Oh wow, the ramp here at the cargo ramp here at Essendon has never been so busy. Brett Plays says hello, by the way. Hello, Brett. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're going awesomely. Oh yes, of course, it's just around selected to number 1. Yes, I'll turn that off, Brett, thank you very much. Oh, Wes is in the Mad Dog. Nice. As I proceed to remove the tip of my wing on the light post, in fact, I probably just uprooted the light post, let's be honest. Don't think that light post is going to stand much of a chance against the BAE 146's wing. But, stranger things have occurred. Right. Yes, so as Brett did mention, we just need to wind that back to off like that. Oh, I have a co-pilot. Hello, how you going? I'm Bryce. Nice to meet you. It's yep. Anyway, good chat. Very good. Right. So what runway did we decide we're taking off on? Runway 17, didn't we? That's the active. Cool. Let's go. How are you going, Mr. Brett Plays? Right, so I will need to come out and go in that direction. Cool. I'll just basically follow Wes and Lazarus, and that way, if I end up in the wrong spot, I can point the finger at one of the other pilots as opposed to my own discrepancies. Right? That's how it works. ADC will take that, won't they? They'll be, oh yes, we understand. It's okay. You can be in the wrong spot. Nothing bad will come of it. Bullshit. Anyway. Just trying to work. Yes, so it will be a right-hand turn once we do get out to the runway here. Hopefully there is an entry point further up where we can get off the runway to allow others to use it. An entry point, a holding point, a taxiway. One of those things would be great. Just one of them would be great. He's so Mr. Brett Plays. He's eating dinner and he's watching the show. Brett, you're very kind. You are very kind, mate. Calling it a show. Don't know if we can classify it as a show. Although, it'd be nice to be able to be on a streaming service. Somehow I don't think that streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator on Netflix is probably gonna do very well. Just a feeling that I've got is that, you know, you're probably not going to get a huge number of viewers wanting to watch somebody like myself fly around in a 146 in a simulation world. Yeah. If it was real life, maybe something different. Is that a Volanta logo hovering here at Essendon Airport because that's the Orbex headquarters are located here? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we are seeing? That's quite a nice little touch. Looks a lot like an Oz Flight Simmer start. Why? Because I'm only just taxiing at the 45-minute mark of the stream, or? Hey, Garmy Wombat is here. He says, hi all, hope everyone is well. Garmy, mate, I'm doing great, other than a tickly throat and a little bit of an annoying cough. How are you going there, mate? Hope you're doing well. Also, for those of you may or may not have realised now from what I posted in the Discord, that the little flying thing that we were filming today is flying STOL planes or bush planes and attempting to land on the top of buildings in New York City without falling off, which is of course quite challenging to do unless you have the right aircraft. But between now and next Tuesday, if anybody would like to get some footage of them attempting to do exactly that, I'm more than happy to organise to head out with one of you, two of you, a few of you, whatever. I sort of made that decision based on the fact that with all the various time zones that we all reside and live in, that it's probably an easier way to go about it to film it individually, and then all of you will obviously be included in the video when it is released next week on YouTube. But yeah, just hit me up in Discord if that's something you want to organise, put together, etc., and we'll make it happen. You know, I'm not going to be offended if nobody comes to me either. You know, because I've already got a few people's footage, including myself. I will say this, it is difficult. It took a few of us a good 10 plus attempts to get it to occur. Oh look, interesting, very interesting. Come on, I've got a lot of throttle in. What's the deal here, 146? I know we're going slightly uphill, but I didn't think that we needed to engage low range. Brett, why are you unhiding the channel? That doesn't seem conducive to what we're trying to achieve. Wes, what the hell are you doing? Making a meal of entering the runway in the Mad Dog. Go on, you're in front of me, mate. Yeah, the Mad Dog is a difficult one for me because every review I've watched of it is sort of like, yeah, it's okay. For the price, a lot of people are saying it's overpriced, and I don't know if I can justify $100 for a bit of traffic. So sorry, Wes. Wouldn't happen in a Boeing. Hey, Mr. Kangaroo, how you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing really awesome. I probably shouldn't be rolling at the very small speed that I am rolling at right now, but I am. I fear that would probably be frowned upon by ATC, especially seeing as Wes is, well, I was going to say completing a takeoff, but the angle that he just left the tarmac at makes me wonder whether it was a takeoff or a runway overrun or excursion. But anyway, he's in the air and there appears to be no damage, so that's probably the most important thing. Alright, let's spool these spoolie boys up. These four little baby spoolie boys. And go. We are at full tilt. This thing definitely boogies if you spool those engines up before you go for it, that's for sure. Although, I forgot about the fact that the runway here at Essendon is not exactly renowned for its length, is it? Luckily, we are in a 146. Alright, up we go. Gear up, that's, we're a little heavy, I must say. We are a little heavy on departure here. We're also getting some epic stutters here on departure as well. Very nice. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I've hit gear, but occasionally I've been let down on these study level aircraft by hitting G and the gear doesn't actually come up, and sometimes it shows up that it's up, but it hasn't actually come up, which I know doesn't make much sense, but it's sometimes a thing for me. I don't know if I'm just, you know, everybody knows I have special things occur with my sim, so I feel like that could just be on my end. Rahul says, hi sir, g'day Rahul mate, welcome, 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 hope you're doing awesome. Right, so we are going to obviously need to do a complete 180, and I feel like the best place rather, to do said 180 is, of course, above the actual city of Melbourne, which has been orbexified. If I'm good enough here, I might actually be able to do this from the outside, but I just want to make sure that I'm not... Seeing as I'm doing this all via manual controls, I just don't want to make too much of a mess of it. Getting some great stuttering though, I must say. But enjoying the city of Melbourne as we do make our way over the top. We've got Marvel Stadium there. They've done a great job, Orbex. They really have done a great job with Melbourne there. Alright, let's go back into the cockpit. Right, give it a bit more. We'll give it a bit more jandle and go on. Seeing as we are now heading at least in the right direction, we want to try and get up to altitude as quick as we possibly can here, especially seeing as we are going to be hand flying it, and we obviously also want to get some speed up as quick as we possibly can as well. Yeah, I was going to say, Wes, you used the whole runway, but once you did get up, you were invoking your inner Elton John because you were a rocket man. Yeah, it's going to be a long, long time, you know, till touchdown brings me around again till fine. I'm not the man that they think I am at home. A little bit more jandle would be great, because we're a little bit, like, we're climbing, no problem, but our speed is not great. Which is not a problem because we do have the flaps out, but I don't really want to spend 750 years climbing because we're doing 190 knots airspeed. Doesn't seem like the correct way to get a flight done, if you ask me. The weather has cleared up surprisingly though here over Melbourne. I know we can't see it brilliantly from that particular viewpoint, but maybe if we go at it from this viewpoint, I just got to be careful that I don't, you know, just because I don't have the instruments in front of me. Well, that was, and also the runways at Essendon are only like 1,500 metres long. They are not long runways at all. So straight away you put yourself at a disadvantage by using Essendon, which is why I was in a 146. Because as you saw, even the 146 struggled pretty. You know, I've got a full cargo load, but not a full fuel load, and you can see, struggled to get up. I could have used more flaps, absolutely, that would have solved the problem, but, yeah, it must have been Garmin, because we were screwed weather-wise here about 90 minutes ago or so, just before the stream went live. And I'd seen people on socials all day posting about how Melbourne's underwater and this place is underwater and this place is getting absolutely smashed with rain, and I'm like, okay. Board pilot says, yes, runway 26 is the best option. So that would have been absolutely amazing, and had I had the option to use it, I would have, but using runway 26 would have unfortunately resulted in a 15-knot tail-like crosswind. So, you know, even though it was the slightly more hair-raising decision, it was probably a better decision to stick with using the whole of runway 17 than potentially sending ourselves off of the runway, which we nearly did unbalance the aircraft anyway, despite the fact that we were going as much into the headwind as we possibly could. We're having some serious trouble joining up to this magenta line though on little nav map. I also need to check the speed. Yeah, we are not gaining speed. I understand that we've still got the flaps down, but maybe it's just time for me to level it out a little bit, get some speed up, bring the flaps up, and then we'll keep climbing. Because otherwise we're going to be here until the 9th of October just trying to fly to Bathurst, which A, is not good for myself, because it means I won't sleep, it means I'll be a grumpy you-know-what, and B, it's not good for the people at Bathurst as well, who are relying on our cargo when we go and take 2 hours to fly there. Yeah, what can I say? The flaps are too strong on the 146. They're just too strong. As soon as we get to 200 knots here, though, I can retract them. Is that what you've got on board, Wes, on your MD-80? 70 tons. Yep, no, not ideal for such a short runway. Alright, let's bring the flaps up and let's hope we don't fall out of the sky. I mean, we shouldn't. It is a regional jet after all. You would think it could maintain flight at 200 knots without flaps. Yeah, I think, Brett, I'm just too used to flying bigger jets. So I'm just used to keeping the flaps down until you're at like 220-ish knots. You know, that one last lot of flaps. Alright, now that the flaps are up, we are gaining speed rapidly. So now we can get some climb happening, finally. Much better. Okay, maybe not quite that much climb, Bryce. Let's just... There we go, that's better. Beautiful. What a beautiful colour that we're getting for the sky as well. The board pilot, BAE 146 stands for British Aerospace, well that's what BAE stands for, and 146 stands for the number 146. Yeah. I got 4 hairdryers on this. Yeah, they basically are oversized hairdryers, aren't they, Brett? They really are. It's this thing has got an attraction to making right-hand turns, though. I need to be going left to finally join up with this magenta line and also have us join up with our first waypoint, and we're just not winning. So I'm going to force it to go left. Obviously, like, part of the problem for that is that we have a 45 knot crosswind that is pushing us towards the right-hand side. So that's going to explain a lot as to why we can't actually get it to go left on its own, because, physics determines that it's not going to. The board pilot says 1 plane, 4 engines, needs 6. God, can you imagine one of these with 6 engines? It would be an absolute machine. No, autopilot's not on, Brett, because just something to do with the way that the throttle is set up on the Airbus throttle quadrant within the sim. Possibly my setting up when I set it up originally to work, causes all sorts of issues with the 146 autopilot because where it's positioned versus where the 146 has its engine RPM positions doesn't match up. And it causes the autopilot to have a meltdown during the climb process unless I'm meeting a really, really slow speed, which then of course means that it takes forever for us to reach our destination. So I tend to hand fly it up to about 20,000 feet or so, get it on the magenta line, and then I let the autopilot take it from there. I keep meaning to grab my other joystick and just see if the throttle thing does the same thing and if it's actually the way I've got my joystick set up within the sim. And that may just be because I fly the fly-by-wire so much in my own flying time. Alright, we seem to finally be in some sort of position. So let's get this thing nice and stable. Let's get some power out. Let's get it a little bit nose down. There we go. Very good. Stable, stable, stable. Right, so it is, if I'm not mistaken, you want to do your damper, pilot like so, and then I want to do that, and then I want to do, whoa! Why are we nosing down? Why are we nosing down? Come on. Why are we nose down? Okay. Wow, okay. What the hell just happened? Shut up. Shut up. What the hell is going on? Oh, freaking trim is all over the shot now. Yeah, the little thing is, the little yellow button is pushed up to RNAV, Brett. Alright, restabilize it and we'll try again. Sorry about that, guys. That was kind of mind-boggling what just occurred. I was certainly fighting that Gami. As soon as I turned the autopilot on, it just nose-dived. So I had to fight it. Alright, so I want LNAV, I want IS, I want altitude arm, and then I want to have okay, we'll let it try and sort its shit out here. Let's see if it sorts it out for itself and figures out the trim issues and all that, or if I need to then take control again. It seems to be sorting itself out. It doesn't seem to be all over the shot anymore like it was. Not a problem at all, Sean. Fully understand, mate. You have a good one, alright? Look after yourself. Stay safe, stay well, etc., etc. You know the general gist. And we will catch you very soon in a stream there, mate. Have a good one. Yep, everything is turned on where it needs to be. IAS is selected. See, it's all happy now. It's happy now. I just may have not had the aircraft in a stable enough position when I first turned the autopilot on, Brett. That's, to me, makes the most sense. Now, we should be about to make a right-hand turn. Hopefully. give it a little bit. We're just gotta be I'm gonna be very gentle in the way I give it power as well. Yep, so the autopilot is working the exact way it should now. It's pulling back on the stick when we do go into corner, or into turns, should I say. Into corners. I don't think it's quite called cornering, isn't it? Make sure that I hit the apex on the way through. Wow, okay, so I've noticed recently that sometimes I smack my mute button and the microphone won't mute, and then other times I just put my hand somewhere in the general vicinity and it mutes, because it is touch sensitive. Sorry, let me try that again. Cody, mate, g'day, welcome, how are you going? It says, I am in SA, can you put this in your video? There you go, Cody, it's now in the video, mate. You can clip that, and you've got evidence of the fact that somebody who's streaming on the internet said g'day. A little bit more oomph. There we go, very good. Yeah, really weird. I need to get, it has a bright red light when it's unmuted, so I just need to get into the habit of just, occasionally peering down, make sure that it hasn't turned itself off. But that's alright, all good. Ooh, Euroa off to our, we're actually going to fly over the top of Euroa. Swift Bunny, mate, good day, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing awesome. Have I got Weather Preset Pro? I do not have Weather Preset Pro. Jeez, it is climbing very slowly, isn't it, Brett? It is climbing, but it's incredibly slow. I'm just feeding in a little bit more power, slowly, in an attempt to, there we go, I've gone over the threshold that causes it to go into complete and utter meltdown, you see? And that's the problem. If I advance the throttle too far past the .clb thing that Airbus has on their throttle quadrants, once I go past that on my Airbus throttle quadrant, it throws the BAE 146 autopilot into complete mayhem, and it starts, jerking all over the shop, which is why I think it's an issue with the Airbus throttle quadrant. Just the way it's set up. So as I've said before, and I'll say it again, and I'll eventually do it one day because that's the way I tend to operate, I will test my other joystick, and maybe I just need to use that when I'm flying the 146, which is fine, It's still, as you can see, it is still more than enough power to complete flying, to complete the climb, etc. As long as I do a little bit of hand flying. We're above 20,000 feet. We've got a short flight. It doesn't matter hugely if we don't make it to 28,000, which is part of the reason why I do hand fly it up to 25,000 when I'm flying it, simply because if it does decide, we can't climb any further, it's not the end of the world, you know. It's sort of like, okay, whatever, all good, understood. Yeah, what is this PAC P750? I feel like I might need to have a look at this because I've missed the release of this particular aircraft. So, PAC P750 is... it is a utility aircraft, low wing monoplane that is a short takeoff and landing aircraft. Interesting. It actually looks, almost looks like a low-wing version of like a Twin Otter or something like that, but obviously it doesn't carry 18 people or 17 people or whatever a Twin Otter carries. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So it's made in New Zealand. It's a New Zealand-built aircraft. Huh. Pilot plus 9 passengers or 17 parachutes. Yes. Oh, so it's like a Gippsland GA8 Airvan. It's New Zealand's answer to that. Like a Porter, does cargo packs, cropped up. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. I mean, hey, yeah, it looks not bad. Not bad at all, William. I'm just going to enact a little bit of God mode here because we do want to be arriving into Bathurst during sunset. Alright, I'll... now that everything's happening the way we want it to, we'll jump back out. So right now, we are about to fly over a small town in the bottom of the Victorian High Country, and that is called Violet Town. That's not Violent Town, that's Violet Town, as in the colour, the purple colour, not the colour of the bruises after you spend the night in a violent town. Yeah, that's fair enough, Brett, as well. PC bits these days cost so much money. You basically, every time you want to build or add something to your PC, you almost need to remortgage your house. I need a boom tish after these jokes. So, Brett, did you mean... pop-ups. Did you mean... There we go. Is that what you were looking for, Brett? Is that what I needed to... Because I've got one. Swift Bunny plays on Xbox. Oh, there you go. I didn't even know that, Swift Bunny. I honestly don't know how many viewers on this channel play PC and Xbox, but I'm assuming there's probably more PC users. Could be wrong, but yeah. This plane is concerning me slightly because it's got an incredibly high nose-up attitude for something that's climbing at such a low rate. And I guess that's probably because we just have such a massive payload on board. It's just sort of like, bruh, this is heavy, man. Do I have a Stream Deck? I do, Brett. I do have a Stream Deck. Big one. Big thanks to... and a big shout out to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Semi-Solid Jet, or some may know him as Black Evo. He is the reason why I have a Stream Deck. So yeah, shout out to him for his legendary donation that he provided back in the day that enabled me to get my hands on one of those. I don't know if he's here listening or not, but he deserves the recognition for because that's not a small contribution to the channel, let me tell you. But Brett, speaking of that, I'd actually like to. So I'm using the Stream Deck in a very basic sense. With just obviously I've got a button that I press that's for flight sim streams, and it just opens all the various programs I need by me pressing that button, etc. And I have the same thing set up for Truck Sim as well. But if you've got any ideas, suggestions, tips, tricks, things that you can show me on the Stream Deck that can, allow me to use it to more of its power and capacity and all that, because I did try reading up about it on it and watching some videos, and I was like, yeah, it wasn't fully, I didn't really make much sense of it, is what I'm trying to say, which is weird because I'm usually pretty good with techie stuff. You got 3 pages worth. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can put sound buttons and stuff. So that would be really, really handy to have the soundboards I use a lot of. So the Brian one, the Dismissed one, the Badumts one, stuff like that would be really helpful. So that'd be awesome, Brett. Yeah, and Bubba's got one as well. I've been meaning to sit down for basically since I came back to streaming, because obviously not long after I originally got the Stream Deck, I ended up working full time and sort of not streaming, so I haven't really had that much of an opportunity in the middle time to play with it and understand it better. So yeah, that would be great if I can get more usage out of it. 2 seconds, guys. It is getting hot in here, so I'm going to turn the ceiling fan on. Hello. You want to go out? Okay, you go out. Oh, Bella's out there. That's why he wants to go out. That makes more sense. There you go. William uses his Stream Deck for autopilot and for views. So that would be, yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting at. If I could add some views and some, like an autopilot button and soundboards and stuff like that, that would be absolutely great. Because I know how powerful these things can be, but yeah. I just obviously wanted to, when I first got it, make use of it for the, just press a button and everything opens up the way you want it to. That's, that's the first step you complete with a Stream Deck. It just is. It's, as those who have Stream Decks would know. Alright, so we are not far now actually from the Victorian and New South Wales border, and so far, luckily for us, the weather hasn't gotten terribly bad, which is surprising because the general news reports at the moment on the weather in Sydney and parts of New South Wales, etc., is not, well, it's not ideal for those who would like a nice, dry time. You know what? I think I'm going to just leave us at 23,000 feet, because this is quite clearly this thing is heavy, and because of the, as I said, the issue with the way the Airbus throttle quadrant works, alongside the BAE 146's autopilot, I don't want to spend the next 500 years, cruising along at 250 knots there as we try and climb to our cruising altitude. So I don't know if we'll, I was going to say I don't know if we'll be able to see the border, but I reckon we will because we're going to be flying across the Murray. And if I manage to miss the Murray River, especially with 4 sets of eyes right now on the sim, I feel like that's, you know, it's a bit shit on my behalf. But we will be passing over near the town of Rutherglen. So Rutherglen is obviously a town in Victoria that you guys have probably already worked that out. But Rutherglen is well known for its wine. It's a very popular wine region within Victoria. Less known than the Yarra Valley and all that, but still very popular. So when we do fly over the border in a second, obviously keep your eyes out on the ground, see if you can see the vineyards. I mean, we won't be able to, but it'd be nice if we could. I'm assuming we won't be able to. Maybe the maps for this part of Australia are really, really good. Who knows? Horse Dog says, my F-35 is an airliner on your screen. It is, Swift Bunny. It most certainly is, because I don't have the F-35. It's a little bit weird when a A330, or what is depicted to look similar to an A330, goes flying past you at, you know, Mach 1 point something. It's a little like, what? What the hell was that? Speaking of which, Swift Bunny appears to, well, for a moment there, he looked like he'd been sucked into the Earth's core. He was at minus 3,000 feet above sea level. So, almost at our 23. Brett says heading east or west, evens or odd flight level. We are heading east from Melbourne. From Melbourne to Bathurst is technically east, slightly, not by much, but slightly east. Hey, Raj Verma, the music director, is here. G'day, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're going awesome. Hope you had a fantastic, what day is it? Friday. Hope you had a fantastic Friday, mate. Welcome to the stream. You're late. There's no such thing, mate. You're never late. You're here, and that's, you know. East is even, west is odd. Well, I'm breaking the rules because I have a really heavy aircraft. That'll fly with CASA, right? They're cool with that, surely. You know, just direct all other flights coming in this direction around me. Today is a holiday for you, Raj. Hey, look at that. Very nice, very nice. A little bit jealous, I must say. I did have a day off, but it doesn't. It certainly doesn't compare to a holiday, like a legitimate holiday. That's it's always the good stuff. You'd have to wonder, wouldn't you, William? The way it's currently flying, you really do have to wonder if all the weight is in the tail of the airplane. It's certainly performing like it is. I'm going to need to contact my ground handlers down there at Essendon and be like, you sure you guys did the weight management and the you know, balance the aircraft and all that right? Because like this is a very nose up way of cruising. I mean, we're not quite cruising yet. Brett says there's a rogue pilot in the sky. What, Swift Bunny? He's not rogue. What is the usual cruise speed? I believe the usual cruise speed is around 350 to 400 knots ground speed, so we are going quite slowly, but that's because we are like that. Yeah, I'm wondering if the center of gravity is out or something, although it wasn't when I loaded it, so I don't know. Come on, we've got 60 feet to go. Come on, you good thing. I really need to go and get that other joystick of mine out and test it because, yeah. Did I do my CG? Yes, twice. I did it twice. Yep, Barrow as well is all set. Raj says, why do you not play any other games? I'm just asking. Not a problem, Raj. All good. I do. I just had a bit of a break from streaming. I went back to do some full-time work in the kitchen, and now I have returned from said full-time work. So we've been streaming The Sim for about a month or so now, and we will start introducing back some of the other things that we used to play throughout the months of October and November. So you'll see Truck Sim coming back, you'll see a few other things added to the list as well. So yeah, we will do more things, just we haven't yet. Trim should be all good, William. Hey, there we go, we're at 23,000 feet. It's still in a little bit of a nose up though, that's for sure. Yeah, I wonder if my CG is out for some reason. That would make a lot of sense. I'll double check it. No, we're fine. See, we don't even have a full... I thought we had a full payload. We don't even have a full payload. It's we've got 84% payload on board. I just dropped 1.8%. Quickly opened the doors, shoved all the drug paraphernalia out and locked it back up. Heard as AFP was down there at Bathurst, so figured we better drop that cargo before we go landing there. Has it only been a month? Seems a lot longer. Well, technically it's been 2 months, William, because I streamed for a month, holidayed for a month, and then came back and I've been streaming for a month. So technically no. It has been longer. Airspeed is going up slowly. It is at the maximum that I can possibly do with this joystick, though, unfortunately, Inspector. It's just a little thing. That I'm sure that clears it up for you. It's just a little thing. HazXR says, hello. It's Chris and Murray's plant farm. You probably don't know what the hell I'm on about. Australians might, and maybe even only Victorians might. Who knows? But HazXR, welcome to the stream nonetheless. Hope you're doing awesome. Inspector's heard that before. Yeah, but you're an Australian inspector, so I'm not really surprised by this. Yeah, no, Brett's not in the air. Brett's watching on his TV whilst he was eating dinner, although I'm assuming he's probably finished eating dinner by now. Raj says, what is the time? In India, the time is 3:28 p.m. Right now, it is 9 p.m., Raj. 9 p.m. So, you know, sort of a nice time to be streaming at. HazXR, just wanted to see if the 146 is a good payware. HazXR, I would... I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's really, really good. Yeah, but it is study level, like full on study level. So you do need to have some idea of what you're doing to be able to start it from a cold and dark. There is options on the iPad tablet to just, you know, obviously have it ready to go or etc. But if you want to do from the cold and dark, it is a little bit complicated. If you go to either of my streams that I've done for the BA146, at the start of both of those streams, I've run through the whole cold and dark startup procedure for the 146. So if you do want to learn, that's probably a really good way to do it. Can I do some commands of Alexa? What, as in put my voice on Alexa, Raj? Is that what you're getting at? I don't know. I'll have to contact me mate Jeff and see what he thinks of that idea. If your throttle controls are an issue, can you use the mouse to increase? Hey, that's an interesting point, actually, Brett. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. At least it seems like I can, Brett. No shit. Why didn't I think of that? That's potentially gonna be awesome. My voice. As in, Alexa, set a timer for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Is that what you're asking, Raj? Bubba says, Chaz wants to make sure you have his car delivered ASAP. We are on descent into Bathurst. Let Chaz know that I am about 40 nautical miles from Wagga Wagga, so I'm not too far behind. Should be... What's Wagga Wagga to Bathurst? What, like half an hour? Something like that? Yeah, I reckon half an hour I'll be. Oh, yeah. Alexa, turn light off. Alexa, turn light on. You know, all those things. Alexa, play Ed Sheeran Shivers. Yeah, Alexa, play Baby Shark. It'd be funny if he had an Alexa in his room and it started playing Baby Shark. That would be quite hilarious. If anybody does have an Alexa and that just turned on Baby Shark for them, I do apologise. Yeah, it's a bit of a balancing game, isn't it? Has XR. It's sort of like what study level aircraft would I like to buy this month, kind of thing. Seeing as they cost like half of what the sim does. I mean, I understand why they do, you know, and you can see why they do. Like, they're really incredible aircraft, but it's just sort of like, whew, what do you mean I need to spend $80 to get a plane? Yeah, absolutely, I can do. Namaste, bye. That's about all I can do. That's the only thing I've been taught in, you know, Hindi, Urdu, that part of the. I've got Nepalese, Pakistani, Bengali friends who have taught me, you know, basically hello and bro. That's it, just hello and bro. Because I mean, what else do you need? You just, you know, go up to them and that's all you need. You need to greet them. They live in this country. They speak English. It's just, you know, courteous to be like, hey. That's all I know. Namaste and bye. So I can literally be like, namaste, bye. That's it. That is all I know in Hindi. How to use the autopilot on this thing? Absolutely, I can. Has XR. So don't worry about how I use my engine power, because that's just the way I've got my Airbus throttle quadrant set up in the sim. It just doesn't like the it and the BAE 146 autopilot don't like each other. So, but other than that, all I've got is so the only thing that you can really set on the BAE 146 autopilot is your VHF nav, your nav 1 and your nav 2 course, and your altitude select. You have to control the engines manually, and then all you have to do is you have to have autopilot, altitude, and LNAV on, and RNAV on here on this little yellow button. That's it. Then down here you have your damper and your autopilot buttons next to the pilot seat, and that's just how you turn the autopilot on. It is quite old school. It is quite different to what a lot of us might be used to, but it still does the job, you know? Yeah. The only other thing I will say is the autopilot is a bit of a see you next Tuesday. It's just, it can be, if your aircraft is not fully stable when you go and put the autopilot on, sometimes it can have a bit of a sook and trim down too far or trim up too far. So you just basically, before you turn the autopilot on, you just make sure it's nice and stable, in a good flying position, not banking left or right, not pitching up or down too much. And you should be good. If you rewind the video, I'm not exactly sure how long, but the first time I turned the autopilot on this thing, I wasn't fully stable. So the first thing it did is it started to trim down and go into a nosedive. Now I fought it and I caught it and I readjusted it and we got it stable and turned the autopilot on and everything was all good. But that's just another thing to keep in mind. And again, it's old school technology. This is 1970s aircraft technology, because that's when the first 146s were being developed. So we're talking 50-year-old technology now. Yeah, there you go, has XR. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the Just Flight 146 does the same thing. It's interesting, you got yourself the 737, but not the 146. I got myself the 146, but not yet the 737. But that's definitely the next study level payware aircraft to add to my aircraft inventory, that is for sure. Actually, I'll be honest with you, HazXR, I won the Just Flight 146 from a giveaway on another streamer's channel. Otherwise, I probably would have bought the 737 by now. But I've been having so much fun with the 146. I just haven't done it yet. Alright, so we are passing now over Wagga Wagga, just below us there. Now it says that our top of descent is 114 nautical miles out, but that is based on the fact that in that nav map I keyed in the flight plan at 37,000 feet. It should have been 31,000, I don't know why I put 37,000. So we don't actually need to descend at 114 nautical miles out, seeing as we're only at 23,000 feet. Yeah, so William, it's just the way that the Airbus throttle quadrant on the Thrustmaster Airbus side stick is set up. It's got the various points on the throttle, obviously, because you know when you fly an Airbus, you have your CLB, you have your TOGA, etc. Little locations where the throttle sort of almost clicks into. If I surpass the CLB part on the throttle on the joystick, that's what throws the autopilot into meltdown. And I reckon it's just because the way the sim looks at this joystick with such a study level aircraft is it goes, that's not right. That's doing something that we're not expecting. It's putting it in a specific mode we don't understand, and that's why it's doing that. I'm assuming that's my explanation at this point, but I can't set that in stone until I've tried one of my other joysticks. And unfortunately that joystick doesn't actually properly work except for the throttle quadrant, so it'll be interesting. The other option is I can do the throttles with the mouse. Click them forward once we get to the point where the Airbus joystick causes an issue. Yep. It's like, don't get me wrong, it is the best joystick under $150 as far as the eye can see. It is fantastic in every way, except it is designed for flying Airbus aircraft, so occasionally you get a little bit of misbehaving with other payware aircraft. Raj says, I didn't time you out, mate. I'm too busy flying. I'm honestly not sure. Yeah. It may have been because you were just asking so many various things about getting me to say stuff about Alexa. One of my mods might have timed you out. But yeah, I'm chatting and all that. Yeah, anyway, that's the reasoning I'm going with, William, and I'll let you guys know if that changes if I try some other items and I still have the same problem. Yeah, Fozzie just with the peace sign. So it looks like we... What the... No, never mind, no one. I just looked at my flight plan on Alan, on a little nav map, but no, I thought I saw something weird, but it's all good. Just my eyes playing tricks on me. What I was going to say is it does look like we might have enough time at this point when we do get down, depending on how long this next 136 nautical miles takes. If we are down by about 9:30, 9:45 my time, we can potentially explore the idea of jumping into like the extra 300S or stuff like that and having a quick fly around the Bathurst racetrack if people would be at all interested in doing that. I'm more than happy to, but we do need to be down on the ground in about 15-20 minutes to make that possible, because I need to be asleep in about an hour for work tomorrow. You'd love to see that? Has XR? Yeah, cool. Awesome. Guys, I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of you who have hit the like button. We're already at 19 likes. I really, really appreciate that. If you are here today and you haven't yet shown that subscribe button some love, we have just been through a global pandemic. It has been social distancing. It is quite lonely and probably does need a little bit of a bit of a caress. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, you do like what you see, I would be very, very thankful if you did manage to do that as well. Yeah, absolutely. All the doors and everything operate as they should. Has XR. Cargo doors, front door, back door, stairs, and then on the passenger version as well. So you've got the passenger version of the 146 as well as the cargo version. The passenger version, you can also open the like food service door and everything. And then if you have ground environment extreme, I think it's called, then you can also call for the food truck, call for baggage, etc. And then it looks super legit. It's a great plane. It really is a great plane. We can see Bubba now. He's I was going to say he's on the ground. He's definitely not on the ground at 5,100 feet up. But he's the one with Chaz on board. I've got Chaz's car on board. I've got a couple of the blokes' cars on board. Ooh, wow! Check out the what's it called? Turbulence. Why can't I get the word down? Bubba's doing circuits of Bathurst. Yeah, nice. Giving Chaz a bit of an aerial tour of where he's going to be racing, right? Bubba, you can be like, and that's that corner, and you're going to have to, Hope your V8 supercar's on there. I didn't have any documentation for yours, Has XR. I'm sorry. faster than he can get around the circuit? Absolutely it is. I bloody hope so. Otherwise, I think you might be about to fall out of the sky. Oh, absolutely has XR. We can send it up on the next one. There should be a couple of 146s following with me. It might also actually, so we've got a, here's a contradiction in terms. We've got a cargo MD-82 flying with us. Sorry, I can't even finish that sentence without laughing because I don't think they've ever been used for cargo, the MD-82s. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there. Yeah. So it might be on board the MD-82 or it might be on board the 737. I'm not 100% sure. There was a 146 flying with us earlier on as well, so he might have it on board. He had to make a few stopovers. Cody says, do you remember me? I do. You're the man from South Australia. Welcome back to the stream. Swift Bunny flybys never get annoying for me. Although it is a little bit weird seeing, as I said, an aircraft that is depicted as an A330, but at the same time, that's on me, not on you, because I don't have it. Okay, yeah, our main man Kangaroo might have your car on board, mate. Hey, KC Plane Spotting is here. G'day, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing bloody fantastic. I really do. I don't know why I went so Australian for that, but I did. I guess it's the feeling of, you know, I was going to say it's the feeling of another Australian. I'm surrounded by them in this chat. What I am is full of shit. So... So I reckon, to come down from 23,000 feet, I reckon if we start descending 80, 75, 80 nautical miles out, I could have actually used the iPad for this. The iPad has a... oh, I'm going a little fast. Whoops. The iPad has a... What the? When I hit home, it has a top of descent calculator. Desired TOD, 72 nautical miles. So I said somewhere between 75 and 80 nautical miles. So I feel like I was pretty onto it there with my estimate. So has XR. I'm going to drop a link in the chat for you there, mate. It's a link to a video by Shane from Oz Flight Simmer, who's the bloke who actually got me interested in the idea of streaming in the first place. He's got a video there on how to set up multiplayer so that you can see everyone, because there's a few little behind-the-scenes tricks that the sim turns off by automatic, or little behind-the-scenes settings where you have to perform a few little tidbits and tricks to make it work in the way that you want. I don't know why the sim comes standard with those things turned off. Maybe so that not everybody is automatically thrust into multiplayer mode, but yeah. Cody, so my next stream will be tomorrow evening at around this time. And that's pretty common. I tend to stream between 4 to 6 times a week. Yeah. Yeah, so Horse Bunny, Horse Bunny? Yeah, let's go with Horse Bunny. Why not? Let's mix up your name a little bit more there, Swift Bunny. Simply the reason for that is he's got 150, 160 people watching, and it pisses off the people in the chat who are trying to, you know, because there's so many people flying along with him. It's a little bit different on these smaller streams. Thank you very much, Cody. I really appreciate the kind words there, mate. I really do. Yeah, thank you. All right, so we're 72 nautical miles. So let's bring it down. First things first, I just want to check if my mouse allows me to. I just want to check the altitude there at Bathurst. 2,400 feet above sea level, so not bad. That means that when we get on the RNAV, we want to be at about 4,500 feet. So let's go down to 9,000 and we'll go from there. I'm hoping we should start to lose altitude in a moment here. There we go, very good, very good. Hey, HazXR is back. G'day, mate. Welcome back. Alright, if I do miss anything in the chat for the next little bit, guys, I do apologise. Obviously, bringing in such a complicated aircraft does require concentration from me. Although it is obviously right now on autopilot. It's, you know, eventually it won't be. Not a problem at all, HazXR. I am 100% here to help everyone in the flight sim community that I possibly can. I think I can, Cody. I think I can. Like, I don't tend to forget people unless they, like, come in once and then don't come back for, you know, 6 months or whatever. I'm hoping that I don't need to play God any more times here, but it does look like I might need to with the rate that the sun is disappearing. Does anyone know how to increase the descent rate on this thing? Because it's going down really slowly. And I'm already on idle engines as well. We'll try and join the next stream. HazXR? Yeah, cool. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome. Subscribe with notification on. You are an absolute legend, mate. Try and increase the VS. So the 146 doesn't have a VS button, HazXR, to give you an idea of what sort of autopilot you're dealing with here. Yeah, you're dealing with very old school stuff here. Cody says, when I'm older, I'm going to work at Adelaide Airport as ground crew. Hell yeah. That's awesome. If you haven't seen Sid Squad yet, Cody, they're a bunch of guys who stream from Sydney Airport, but they're also employed at the airport, including, I think, 1 or 2 of them are, in fact, ground crew at Sydney. Start 2 seconds here, guys. I know I understand some of this is risky, but I just need to quickly sort something out. Brett says, did you change your ACQ altitude? I did not, Brett. I wouldn't know how. I don't think, anyway. If you could just let me know what I might need to just check to see if I have in fact done it, that would be amazing. Oh, you do watch it, Cody. Yeah, nice. That's awesome, mate. There you go. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Great bunch of blokes over there at Sid Squad. They really are. And yeah, they do an incredible job of the Sydney streams. HasXR says, nice, I want to be a pilot at Sydney. Hopefully a pilot with Qantas. Yeah, that would be damn nice. Damn nice. HasXR. I'm assuming you're still studying there, judging by what you're saying. Lower it to 5k and use IAS. What lower what to 5k? My altitude select. Okay, so I've got it lowered to 4.5. So if I just hit IAS now, that should do what I need it to do. Correct? Yeah, looks like it is. It's nosing forward. Perfect. Cheers, Brett. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. So it does technically have a VS mode. You just have to go about it in a bit of an old school fashion, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, so there you go, HasXR. Yeah, I was about to say, the wonderful guys at Sid Squad, they actually raided the channel about a week ago on a stream that I was doing a milk run in. So yeah, I'm incredibly grateful to them for many things, including that. I've got a membership with them as well, HasXR, but you probably know that. You've probably seen me over there. I think I've seen you over there in the chat. Alright, let's see if this... Bubba is down and Chaz is off to the circuit, which is perfect because I'm 35 nautical miles away with Chaz's car, which means that he'll not have too long to wait at the circuit before his car rocks up. That's alright, HasXR. It is, you know, it is what it is, mate. When I was your age, I wanted to be a pilot. I still technically do. The problem was that, you know, 10, 15 years ago when I was interested in completing that after school, there was no government fee help. There was no pilot cadetship courses. There was none of that existed. So it was kind of a case, if you wanted to be a pilot, you either needed to have really rich parents or be prepared to take out a loan for like $250,000, of which I was prepared to not do, and my parents were not prepared to give me $250,000, mainly because they didn't have it, which is understandable. So yeah, I proceeded to go and become a chef instead, because that was my other passion. But it's, you know, it's so much better for you guys now. If you want to go and be a pilot, you know, do it. 100%. What have you got to lose? Other than sleep and life. Because you're going to be working so many weird hours and all that. You saw them when you were at Sydney, Cody. Oh, that's even better. I've heard a few people have seen them when they've been at Sydney Airport. I actually haven't been to Sydney since they've been streaming. I'm considering going down and actually saying good day to them one time, or going up, should I say, just for the day or whatever into Sydney. Spend a day doing a bit of plane spotting and just, you know, with the camera, taking some photos and just say good day to them as well whilst I'm there. You can do pilot's course at TAFE. You can now, Swift Bunny. You can now. Over at RAFF Point Cook, you can do, but you couldn't. Sorry, no, you could. But again, it was like $100 and something thousand for the course, because you were paying for the practical side of things, which required an instructor and an aircraft and fuel and all those things. You met Kurt and Sam Chewy when they were streaming, HazXR, is that right? That's awesome. Hey, Oz Flight Simmer is here. He says, BAE, wahoo! Absolutely, Shane. Absolutely. G'day, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing awesome. Ladies and gentlemen who are here, if you haven't had the pleasure of checking out Mr. Oz Flight Simmer, I'm just dropping his channel link in the chat. He does stream full-time, actually, quite regularly. You'll see him streaming 3 or 4 times a week at least. Plus, he does put out videos. Go show him some love. If you haven't subscribed to Oz Flight Simmer yet, I don't know, sleeping on Shane. I feel like that's need to up your game, guys. You can't be sleeping on Shane. He is the GOAT of the Flight Sim stream world here on YouTube. Have you seen the Pokemon Scoot plane? I have seen the Pokemon Scoot plane. I reckon it's bloody awesome, is what I... yeah. I really like what they've done with the scheme. They haven't gone too over the top. They've just kept it nice. It fits in well with the Scoot colours. It's great. Yes, the GOAT. You are the GOAT, Shane. Yeah, the Scoot in Pokemon is amazing. Absolutely. You've been on it, Cody. Oh, there you go. I missed out on it, unfortunately, when I went to Singapore a month ago. I was a little bit sort of like, ooh, I wonder if I can get the Pokemon Scoot. But I don't know if it was actually, like, I know it was done by them, but I don't know if it was actually back in passenger service at the time, which probably why I didn't get it, because I don't actually think it was. Yep, Bubba is most certainly lurking here. He's actually just landed with Chaz on board at Bathurst. I've got Chaz's car and just in tow. Have I been to where? Sorry, Cody? BAE. Have I been to... I'm not sure where that is. We are not going to get down in altitude fast enough here. So we're just going to really pull that air brake out now. Let's get a bit of a view of it as well. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the air brake, the amazing air brake on the 146. What an absolute beast this thing is. Ah, Bali. Yeah, so I've been to Bali Airport, Denpasar Airport, a couple of times. I've never actually ventured into Bali itself. When I got bitten by the Southeast Asia travel bug, I got bitten by it in Thailand. So that's my preferred Southeast Asian destination. But I'm sure Indonesia is absolutely lovely. So my aircraft doesn't appear to be following the RNAV, which is interesting. We seem to be skipping past the airport. That's all right, because I'm going to do two things here. A, I'm going to enact a slight God mode, bring us back a little bit to, whoop, not quite that far, just a nice sunset. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the autopilot off. And I am going to take manual control of this for the last part of the flight. The first thing I want to do is obviously bring the air brake back in so that I don't proceed to stall out. Sorry, 2,500 did you say? That's not what I wanted to... Well, actually, that probably is what I wanted to hear. We're 13 nautical miles out. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Alright, so we will go... Now that we're at 200 knots, we will go gear down. Cody, I have been to Perth long time ago. I really want to get back to Perth sometime very, very soon. Mainly because I'm actually interested in possibly living over in Perth in the future. It's a very, very nice part of the world, and it's affordable by us millennials to own property. So it's tempting in multiple ways. We're just realigning ourselves with the runway here because the RNAV didn't work. Again, probably that's on my end. I probably just didn't hit a certain button that I needed to hit, but there you go. Yeah, so the Avro RJ is all the great things about the 146 with a modern cockpit and all that as well. That's exactly right. Has XR, that's exactly right. Living in Perth, what's her name? No, genuinely, Brett, just so I can live slightly closer to a city without having to spend $1 million on a house. Perth is very, very tempting. I still want to live. I still want to live outside of a city, but I don't really enjoy. Like, I do enjoy living over 100 kilometers from the city, but sometimes it's a bit like, yeah, I'd be a little bit closer. That would be great. Yeah, Tassie is cheap, and it's probably my third option, Brett. So I'd pick between Perth. Second option would be Adelaide. Third option would be either somewhere in regional Victoria or Tasmania. Alright, so first notch of flaps at 180 knots. There we go. Can hear the flaps, the wind on the flaps as they come down. Now I am very, very low on approach here right now, but I am also probably quite fast for somebody who's at this point of the approach, so that's a good thing for the fact that I am quite low. First flaps at 140. Yeah, so Shane, I'm just doing it because I realised I'm way too low and fast for where I am. That's all. Unlike Shane from Oz Flight Simmer, who likes to do his landings high and fast, I come in low and fast. Air brake full all the way in. Really? Shane, I just read what you wrote, you smartass. God, that's a bad camera position that you've put yourself in there, Bryce. Pull up, pull up, pull up. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bathurst. That was actually incredibly easy to stop. I was surprised because, of course, the 146 doesn't have reverse thrust, so stopping is always, you know, a bit of a case of pull all the anchors on, the brakes, the air brake, and sort of just sit there and pray. Yeah, probably my best 146 landing. So that's my third 146 landing, third time I've flown the 146. So I'm pretty happy with that as my third ever landing in this thing. It's just a shame that I adjusted the camera so badly there on final approach after I'd pulled the air brake on. I feel like it would have been a much better final, short final, had I have not screwed that little bit up. Alright, and I guess we now just taxi back to the terminal. Surprised we didn't get held up by any Rex or QantasLink flights coming out here from Sydney and all that for the Bathurst 1000. Lena, g'day, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing awesome. I know you've probably been lurking, but I only know when you post something in the chat that you're actually here. So I hope you're doing awesome. Which airline did you have your best flight experience on and why? So the airline that I have had my best flight experiences on so far in my life, I have flown on them 4 times, and that's Singapore Airlines. I know it's nothing, you know, oh my god, he's flown Singapore Airlines, what a madman. No, I know it's a very common thing, but there's a reason that airline wins so many awards. I've done 3 economy class flights on Singapore Airlines, the 777-300ER, the 787-10 Dreamliner, and 2 flights on the A350-900. And I've done 1 in Singapore Airlines business class on the A350, and that was I've never experienced a flight like that before in my life. That was the most amazing thing. This, you know, massively wide, comfortable padded seat that lay completely flat with 3-course meal for bloody lunch, and I was just like, what is going on? I'm flying on a plane. That's, you know, for somebody who flies economy like myself, 99.5% of the time, business class is just... what the? Thank you very much for that, Wes. Appreciate it. Geez, the ramp here at Bathurst is quite busy. Although it doesn't help that all of the planes are being depicted as A330s, so that probably adds to the clusterfuck. Whoop, I'm turning in a little bit early. So we're heading over to the cargo ramp, mainly because there's nowhere for us to park there at the passenger terminal. Not that you would put a cargo delivery of a V8 supercar at the passenger terminal. I mean, I feel like the passengers would be a little bit weirded out if a V8 supercar just starts driving through the gates. Yeah, sorry kids. Yeah. I'm terrible at filtering my choice of language. That's what being a chef does to you. You just sort of, when you're comfortable in a situation, you just sort of like say things without even say particular words, should I say, without even thinking about it. So sorry about that if anybody was like, oh Jesus. Yeah, you'll come to realise very quickly that these streams are very much rated M for language, and I don't apologise for that either. It's part of the package, bit of a package deal, you know. So that's what you sign up for. I'm glad. Well, I hope you understand it at 14 there, Has. I hope you understand at 14. Plus, you're technically, you know, just if anybody asks, you're 15, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Therefore, you qualify for the M15 plus rating. There we go, just as we were landed here at Bathurst, it starts raining at the critical moment. So I know this is probably not a cargo area, I know this is probably like a GA aircraft hangar storage area, etc. that I'm putting this cargo plane in, but this is where it's going. All my lights should be on, Brent. I flicked all the switches. Oh, look how close my wing is to the roof of the building. Whoops! Yeah, my taxi lights are not on. That's weird. I must have missed that one. My bad. Right, so we'll... Whoops. Wrong button. Wrong button. Hello, can you bugger off with that thing? There we go. Whose idea was it to have labels? Okay, you know what? Let's just do it this way. There we go. Bang, 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 bang. That'll turn the engines off. We'll not so fussed about the rest of it. I just want to be able to show you guys the various things you can do with the doors and stuff. Those who have joined the stream since we took off. So aircraft, we want chocks, we want ground power, forward passenger door for the pilots and the stairs so that the crew can access the plane. There we go. We want side cargo. There we go. Once all of those go green, we will go to the outside and just have a quick show off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to... Ooh, we're cutting it fine with the time. We're going to, if people are down for it, and everybody let me know in the chat right now if you are, those of you who are still with us, if you want to grab a sports aircraft like the Extra, and we'll quickly jump over to Bathurst Mount Panorama and have a quick buzz around for 5 or 10 minutes and then stream over. If you guys are keen for that, let me know in the chat right now. There you go, you can, whoops, we can't quite see, but you can see the two little cargo doors down the bottom there are open. Then we come round, you've got the door with the stairs, and then we've got the big cargo door there at the back that is open as well. Yeah, in daylight, obviously, guys, in daylight, don't worry. Yeah, so there you go. It's, and there you can see Chaz's car is just chilling under wraps in the back. Alright, so we're going to quickly jump out, change planes, come back to Bathurst, and we'll go over to Mount Panorama and have a bit of a buzz round. Alright, so everything load up. Right, where is the Extra? Well, I could take the Robin Cap 10. Robin Cap 10 or the Extra? Extra. Let's do the Extra. Extra. Read all about it. Bathurst. Let's take it back to daytime. Let's give ourselves the waypoint itself. Set the arrival as Mount Panorama. And we'll start on runway 35. We'll just go the good old-fashioned runway. Looks like Sid Squad stream, Kurt Few. Yeah, the good old Kurt Few. Kurt Few in a 3-piece bucket has XR. I feel like that's that's the theme of Sid Squad streams now. Is a 3-piece bucket and the Kurt Few. Beautiful, righto. Okay, so let's. Well, actually, where is Mount Panorama from where we are? I mean, I know it's been keyed into my. Right, it's off to the left and behind, basically, from where we are. Cool. Let's go. Well, in fact, we should probably get an outside view. Wes is on the runway in the DC-6. Of course he is, because just yeah. I missed the stream today. Unfortunately, has XR. I was watching Garwin and Shane streaming their streams this morning, and then I was like, oh, shit, Sid Squad's streaming. Whoops. So, unfortunately, I missed it. Wow, nice crosswind. Really nice crosswind. Can't even stay on the bloody runway. All good. The big question is Wes going to get it up? Yes, he is. His DC-6 popped those blue pills and it's up. Alright, so everybody keep an eye out for a big mountain. I think that marker that's 5 nautical miles away anyway is what we are looking for. And then we just got to find the start line, and then I'm going to try and do a lap of the circuit. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do it from the outside or from the inside, but we'll figure that out when we get there. I don't usually stream on Sundays, has XR, because Shane streams on Sundays. And we do try wherever possible to not overlap our streams so that everybody gets some view time. But I have got a milk run planned for early next week, either Monday or Tuesday evenings. We're going to do a milk run, either in New Zealand or South Africa. I haven't decided yet. It's going to be one of those two. But HazXR, you are more than welcome to jump on Shane's stream on Sunday. He streams about the same time that I started this evening. And he'll be doing something epic. He always does. Hey, Chris says, g'day guys, how are we all doing today? G'day Chris, welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're doing bloody awesome, I really do. There we go, I was going to say, where is it? There's the start line. Down there. This is going to be interesting because of the way this plane flies. It's very hard to see where I'm going. I'm obviously not going to be able to follow the track exactly. But there's the Mount Panorama sign. Whoa! Little close to the trees there, I feel. Just a little close. Lost the track. I don't know how I've managed to lose the track, seeing as it's quite large, but I've lost the track. Back over here. I've got the track again. All good. There we go. You went on the racetrack once, Has XR? Yeah, it's one thing I haven't managed to do yet, mainly because there's a speed limit. Should I try and go under the armor all thing? I feel like that's going to end badly. We might come round here and I'll try and go under the armor all thing to finish the stream. If I succeed, I'll fly back to Bathurst and land. If we don't succeed, we'll just end the stream there. How does that sound? Let's see if we can get this to occur. God, this thing's good for maneuverability, I must say. I don't know if I can actually fit under that. That's the only problem. Oh! Sorry, that was probably really loud, but I did not expect to do that on the first go. Alright, because, so we'll go under the super cheap auto ones now. Let's see if we can do that. And if we fail, we'll land somewhere on the track. I'm going to have to come at it from the other direction. Yeah, I expected to crash as well, Brett. Don't you worry, mate. That's why I reacted in the way I did. I was fully prepared to smack into that armor all thing. Wes says, flick the wrong switch, turn my fuel off instead of superchargers. Yes, that's not an ideal situation, Wes. You don't usually turn the fuel off. Alright, so we're going to try and make a landing here on... Is this, this is not Conrod Strait, is it? That's the big one on the other side, isn't it? Oh God, okay, there's, that ground is... So how have I managed to fly under two underpasses on the track, but the minute I try and land, I'm on my roof? Doesn't really seem, seems like my skill is not landing. That's the vibe I get from that. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, that will bring us to the end of the stream. I feel like that's a good way to end it. So thank you very much to all of you who did drop in the chat, fly along. All of you, thank you very much. You're an absolute bunch of legends. I have seen the Top Gun films, Lena. I have. But yeah, as I said, cheers guys for coming along. If you haven't yet, hit the like button or subscribe button. I'd absolutely love it if you did, and I'm sure the buttons would as well, because they've been social distancing since 2020. But other than that, guys, wherever you are in the world, you make sure that you look after yourself, stay safe, stay well, don't do anyone that I wouldn't do. Thanks very much for dropping in for the last couple of minutes there, Chris from Newcastle. Everybody, have a good one, and I'll catch all of you in the next stream. Cheers.
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy.